Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're here to talk about 1937's *The Grand Illusion* by Jean Renoir,
Jean Renoir.
which is why we're doing this episode. I was curious and was like, have we done the number one spine?
Nope.
Because we've done a lot of like the first 10.
Yeah.
But we have not done number one, which is this one, *The Grand Illusion*.
Well, the thing is, this had been out of print for a while for Criterion, and they just don't really talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, *The Grand Illusion*.
Also, *Hard Boiled* is not really they don't talk about it anymore, but that's also like number 9, I think.
Yeah.
Along with I think *The Killer's like number 8 or something like that.
Yep.
Like that. Yeah. I may be wrong, but this is a French film.
From one of the all-time classic French film directors,
Yes.
Jean Renoir.
And this is a movie about World War One,
Yes.
not World War Two.
No.
But it feels World War II because of the relationship in World War II between the French and the Germans.
Yes.
So this is a movie. It's about.
This may predate World War II.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Because I think this is right when it's about to happen, where Hitler and all them are on the rise, and for the occupation
Yes.
of France and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things. It's just really back in the like the early 1900s. Sorry. The Germans weren't really everyone's friend.
Really?
Yeah. In both world wars, they're not really
Yeah.
yeah. Now, yeah, we love them over there in Germany.
Well, so let's get back to the movie.
Yes.
So this takes place inside a prison camp.
It's like a fortress.
Yeah. So it's almost like a
Mountain,
a castle
kind of like
yeah.
oh god, Helm's Deep.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And so it's this German camp that is housing French prisoners of war. I believe there's some other nationalities in there that I can't quite remember, but they're prisoners and they're being put in to work and just kind of given the bare minimum.
Yeah, it's 2 pilots.
Yeah.
And also there's another big wrinkle to the film about class.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main pilot is more of like a bougie, from the bougie, like higher class, and the other one's
Upper
like,
class, yeah.
And the other one is from the working class.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also like an accountant, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like class talk in this film, and it's more of like, maybe that's the talk. Also, that's a theory of like the name of The Grand Illusion. It could be the classes are just an illusion. They don't really mean anything at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And
also the illusion that you can escape.
Yeah. So that's kind of the main plot, is this group of prisoners trying to figure out a way to get out of the prison camp and either like rejoin the war or whatever, get back to fighting the Germans. And you have the Germans trying to keep a tight lock on everybody, and like there's this great scene with Erich von Stroheim.
It's great.
Who's incredible. He's like the German commander.
Mm-hmm. With a name like that, he's German?
Yeah, him and the one pilot have this great scene where they're kind of relating as upperclassmen. And it's just this like super like class elite talking to class elite, and they're relating to each other. It's a really great scene. That's one that always sticks out to me about this film. And another thing is just how similar it is to The Great Escape.
It's very innovative to prison escape movies, especially The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much like, would you say it's probably the very first, or probably the most impactful prison escape movie? Because there's like a show like Prison Break.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like the idea of breaking out of prison.
That's fair. I think because it's a very important film in history. And it could have easily influenced a lot of them. Like, I saw this actually before I saw The Great Escape. And so like watching The Great Escape going, yeah, I've seen that. seen that
I mean,
before.
here's how important it is.
And genre.
You saw it in film class.
I did. We watched it in our history of film class because it's a super important
Yeah.
film in history, and it's by one of the great directors, Jean Renoir, who doing some really innovative stuff with like camera work and just setting up these scenes in such a great way. I do really like this movie.
Yeah.
If it's not clear.
Yeah. It's funny enough that I think this is going to be a very short review because it's like, what more can you say about it? We could do a deep dive of scene by scene and stuff like that, but it's like one of those movies that you just kind of have to watch.
Yeah, it's very much like it was, and this is back when I did take that film class. Like, this is one of the first movies we really dug into, like one of the longer like feature narrative films. And back then, I was much more of an ignorant kind of film watcher. Like, I just kind of did my thing. Like, I didn't really dig black and white or foreign movies back then, for the most part. And this is one of those early ones that kind of started turning me around on it. And like, if you're one of those people, give it a chance and then just ride along with it for a while. And normally, like in that second act, you start really getting into it.
Yeah, if you're not really like into like subtitles and black and white, like I said, like that's definitely that made me think. What's the first? Okay, probably the first black and white movie I ever saw was Clerks. That's not a good example. Maybe. My dad made me watch a lot of those. The Three Stooges count? I don't know.
It's not the first one that I've seen. But
Yeah, I know.
It was one of the first ones that really turned me around on it. Yeah.
So I guess I should ask you, Joe, would you recommend this film, and why would you not recommend the film?
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend it. It's especially for people who are into like film history. This is one of those like tentpole films that I normally go down my list where it's like you should check out a movie by this guy, Renoir, Lubitsch, down the line, and it's just a very well executed film. It's just very well done. The performances are great, the dialogue's great, the set pieces, the cinematography, lighting, all of it is just. It's just
magnifique.
Yes.
What about you? I'd also recommend it. I mean, yeah, it's an important film. It's also a classic film. I'd say if you like film, definitely watch it. If you just want to watch the next XXX movie, it may not be up your alley. Not enough Vin Diesel for you. And terrible coats he wears in those movies.
I still say, like, even like, say if you've seen like The Great Escape and you enjoyed The Great Escape, this may not be as action packed as like the big scene in that film, but I feel like it's worth watching. I think it's a very interesting, and captivating movie. Is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's a good captivating. That's a good one. So, what's your thoughts on The Grand Illusion? Let us know in the comment section below what you think. I almost said The Grand Escape. They're so similar, the names. The Great Illusion, there you go. Let us know in the comments below what you think about The Grand Illusion. Is there any more Renoir films that are in the Criterion collection? I think there is.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Let us know. We are planning a lot of cool ideas. Fun ideas. We have movies already in the pipeline that we're going to do. Some cool gimmicks we're going to do. Like, I think one of them coming up is we're going to do like a pick a country thing, where we pick out of a hat like a country we rarely do, like Macedonia or something like that, and we pick a movie if it's available to watch. Of course, we are not going to pirate this stuff. We'll watch it or something like that. And we have a lot of cool ideas for it. But we're still taking suggestions.
Always.
So be sure to like, subscribe, and share this channel. And follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions.
Don't forget about
Butterfly Black Velvet.
There you go.
I'm the director of the film, and you always remind me every week. We have a trailer for it. It's going to be available digitally in the fall, so very soon, fall 2023, if you're watching this in the future.
Can't wait.
Yeah. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we'll see you later.